There is a story that once upon a time, there was a king who had a cow that he loved with all his heart. He knew that in order to raise the cow well, he should send it to a farmer in a foreign country, where there was plenty of good grass, so that the cow could eat its fill. He decided to do so. He ordered a district chief named UK, who had a title in a province with large and good fields, to come and receive the cow and take it to graze in the field. The district chief came in and said, "Because I am sending my cow to a farmer in a foreign country, where there is plenty of good grass, so that the cow can eat its fill. This is for the people of Kedar, the chief of your country, to shepherd and protect. This animal is very beautiful and strange, and I love it very much. Therefore, let them raise it and take good care of it. Be careful. If anyone comes to tell you that my cow is dead, I will cut off his head without fail." Hearing this, the chief of the country bowed down and said, "Your Majesty," and brought the cow back to Kedar. When the chief of the country arrived, he gathered all the chiefs, and all the people and said, "This cow belongs to Luang, the king. You have sent me to shepherd and take care of it so that it will be comfortable and happy from now on. This is to encourage all the nobles and people to help each other so that this bull will not fail to grow. But if it does not grow sick and die, your Majesty will have all of our heads cut off without mercy." Then the chieftain would look for a village with a lot of good grass for the villagers to graze on. He would take Luang's cow to graze on. The villagers would always try to get food for the cow to eat. Nowadays the cow had grown very fat and could not find grass to eat. He would wait in the barn for the villagers to bring him something to eat. The villagers would always bring him a lot of food, filling his baskets. Every time, he would take some young grass, some seedlings, some bamboo shoots, some rice, some young corn stalks, but the cow would eat too much, until they died because they ate too much. Seeing this, the people were angry and complained to the chieftain. They were so scared that they did not dare to go and tell the chieftain. They only went to the clerk. They were so scared that they went and told Balat. When they heard the news, their hands and feet trembled. They went to the chieftain. When they saw Balat like this, they asked, "What happened?" Balat was trembling so much. Balat replied, "I do not dare to speak." The chieftain said, "No, let Balat speak." Balat said, "Please forgive me, because the king's ox was dead." The chief of the country was shaken and cried out, "Oh, I see that my life is over for once. For Luang, the Lord of Life, has said, if anyone goes and tells me that the ox is dead, my head will be cut off. I will not go and worship and bow down on the way. Let Balad go." Balad refused. The matter of going to bow down to the king at this time is the chief of the country's business. No one should use any excuse to do so. They argued back and forth for a very long time. At that time, the daughter of the chief of the district was walking in the garden near the school. When the chief of the district heard that his father was so sad, she went up to the school and asked, "Father, what is the matter with you?" The chief of the district replied, "My son, my father is in great distress, for his cow has died. Your Majesty has commanded that if anyone comes to you and tells you that the cow is dead, you will cut off his head without mercy. Therefore, my father was very sad and refused to go in and tell you what had happened." Hearing this, she replied, "Don't worry, father. If you don't dare to go, I will go instead. The chief of the country forbade you from going, lest the king cut off your head as he said." But no matter how the chief forbade you, she agreed to listen. She kept begging her father to grant her permission to go. When the chief finally came to his senses and allowed her to go as he wished, she prepared for the journey, dressed in fine linen, tied a beautiful garland around her neck, and went in to see him, sitting quietly with him. When the king saw that the young woman was very beautiful, he asked, "Where did you come from?" I don't know your face." So she bowed down and said, "My lord, I am not from the city. I am from a foreign country. I am the son of a chieftain named UK." The king asked, "Are you the chieftain of UK who raised my cow?" She bowed down and said, "My lord, I am the son of the chieftain of this country. Your cow doesn't know how to drink water." The king was very surprised to hear this. He asked again, "Does it eat grass easily?" The woman replied, "It doesn't know how to eat grass." The king asked, "Then what is my cow doing?" She replied, "It doesn't know how to urinate." The king was even more surprised. He asked, "What else is wrong with my cow?" She replied, "It doesn't know how to urinate." The king bowed down and said, "That cow doesn't even defecate." The king shouted, "Oh, my cow doesn't know how to drink water, doesn't know how to eat grass, doesn't urinate, doesn't defecate." It was as if my cow had died. She bowed down and said, "Please, your majesty, have mercy on me." The king said, "The cow is dead, but I did not bow down and say that. Therefore, it is not my head that should be cut off." Hearing this, the king was relieved and did not become angry. He also gave her a reward and ordered the royal chariot to take her back home. He forgave everything.